to another episode of sCrypt programming tutorials. In this video, I'm going to introduce two keywords, const and static. So as usual, we start from sCrypt.io website, and then we click documentation, which leads us to the language specification. Under that, we can click syntax specification, and then we can go to const variables section. So using this const keyword, as in many other programming languages, we can declare any variable that can only, after it's initialized, its value cannot be changed later. So for example, here, we denoted the property x as const. So, but this is a special case because this is just initialization. So in the constructor, that's the only place that x can be assigned a value. So this is not changing. This is just the initialization. So we can also see you can declare a function parameter const, but after that, within the body, you cannot change it. You cannot mutate it. Same, if you define a new variable a, you can, as const, you cannot reassign its value. Okay, this should be straightforward. So next, let's go to static. So we can go to functions and then click user-defined functions. And then we have a subsection called static function and property. So as in many other programming languages, in such as C++ or JavaScript, you can define a property static. So for example, here we define a static property n to be has value 0. And then you can refer to this n without initialize a contract or library in this case. For example, here in this contract bar is using the library foo as a dependence. So you can refer to this n using the notation foo.n. Basically, is a contract or library name dot then followed by the property name you want to access. So we are not creating any new. We have not newed any foo instance, but we can still use it directly. So same for functions that are declared static. You don't have to create a new instance of the contract to call this function. So basically, you can just say, oh, foo. I can call the double function of foo, which is also static. You don't have to, again, here, we are not creating any new contract instance with a new keyword we introduced in the last video. So just for convenience reasons, if the name of the static property or the static function becomes null, and you are referring to it, every time if you have to put the contract name, is sometimes it becomes very long. So as a special case, only when you are referring to some static property or function within the library or the contract it is defined within, then you can omit optionally the prefix. So for example here, this both form are good. So you can either using the prefix or you can leave out. Same for a static function here you are calling. You can have the prefix or you can leave it out, but only if you are referring to it within the library or contract it is defined in. But you cannot do the same from outside. For example, here, if you want to refer to the static property n in bar, because it's not defined in bar, if you do this, the compiler will tell you you cannot find n. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.